welcome to another episode of the SkyoöD-Vu P.O.V show. Today, we're going to do another update on Projekt Audi A3 1.8 Red T, my daily driver. I needed to change out the lights on the Sidemarker lights, or needed to, rather I wanted to, actually, more accurately, because one was hanging out, which I'll explain a little bit more in the video. And so, off we go. So the problem was on the other side that this clip is metal on the driver's side, but on the passenger side it was plastic, and it basically snapped or broken, or was no longer had any tension. So every time you got over a certain amount of speed, you come and get out of the car, and the darn thing was dangling. It just looked horrible. Now, I don't mind the clear look. I would have kept it, but I wanted a replacement, and so I went with the LED instead. I was searching for an LED Sidemarker lamp to go on the Audi A3 8L, which is the facelift model of the 8L models, mine being a 2001. Nowhere could I find any of the LEDs that were sequential, and nor could I even find, well, sequential, and I wanted smoke, because I figured if you're going to make a change, I wanted to go to the smoke look. And actually, I didn't really find any LED clear to stay with the clear look. So I opted basically, from a price point standpoint, I like these the best. So I went for these smoked LED from Autolite 24. Now the only problem is the instructions are pretty minimal, and what I realized is this plug actually mimics the light bulb. So if you look here, like I said, it mimics the light bulb plug. Now, over the course of 3 days, not consecutive days, but individual days since receiving it, I kept trying to figure out how to plug it in. Then I was going to cut the wires, and I tried to figure out what's brown versus green and black, what's positive, negative, and I'm about to give up. And then I finally looked at it again, and it wouldn't. I put the light bulb back in because I was going to drive to the shop, and I put the light bulb back in the holder, and I realized, wait a minute. It is a little spring-loaded, so it requires a little pressure, so maybe it just wasn't pushing hard enough. So, because the black looks almost identical, I can't really hold the two together. I'll try. Yeah, always difficult to hold everything in one hand, but if you look, they are pretty darn close. And I said, well, let me take the light bulb out again and try this one more time. And it didn't fit. And then finally, I thought of something. You know what? It's rubber. And it's probably a little bit too thick. So why don't I get some vice grips and a trusty knife, and let me scrape some off. And so that's exactly what I did. All right, so we'll put the vice grips, clamp down there. Get out the little razor blade. And what I'm going to do is trim off the plastic from the side where the electrode is. So what I'm going to do is trim back some of the rubber, or plastic, or whatever. It's pretty soft. I'm going to trim that off from the non-electrode side to slim it down so that it will fit a little bit better in there. Now, with my camera situation here like this, and the way I have to hold it, I'm going to have to do this off camera. I don't have anybody to videotape me while I'm doing it. So this is the before. So now you can see I've, there you go. Not pretty, but if this one works as well as it did on the first one, it's effective. So it's out of the car to try that now. So before we go ahead and put that light bulb back on there, that holder, we're going to go ahead and clean that dirt out there and make it look nice looking. As I was clean wiping off, I pushed the stupid light bulb socket in there, so I gotta see if I can fish the stupid thing out. I love this stuff. Couldn't be easy. I couldn't have done it with just a coat hanger. I had to actually unscrew the inner fender well. Of course, I found this lovely mess, which I'll clean out once I've got the light bulb, because I'm not going to try to attach everything and then have the light bulb fall back in. So what we're looking at hard to see this in the sunshine. So yeah, so we're trying to stuff it right in there. Hopefully I took off enough rubber to get to fit. Well, all buttoned down and amazing. I got like half a garden of dead plants and bug carcasses underneath there. Unreal. I'm almost tempted to go and open up the other one just to get it out of there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So this is what it looks like before. And that's what it looks like after. So I hope you found my little tech tips a little bit helpful and useful to you if you're considering doing an LED light project update to your project Audi A3 or maybe other vehicles out of the VW Audi group. I think the process is going to be very similar from what I've seen on YouTube on other channels. The variances are very little. Unfortunately, of course, you can't just pull over the Sidemarker lights from one brand to the other. That was one thing I was considering. I did scour the junkyards and looked at a variety of VWs from Passats, the Audi A3, 4, and 6, and Jettas and the Mark IV Golfs and Jettas / Boras or Ventos, whatever. Just couldn't find any matched it. Even most A3s that I found that tended to be pre-facelift A3s in the junkyard, so they have like a really small square Sidemarker light, which just wasn't going to work for me. So I think it was okay. It would have been nicer if they would have been just plug and play, as they sort of proposed to do. If you just look at the box and the advertising, but I got them to work, and I'm happy with the results. I think it looks pretty good, and just wish they would have been sequential versions. But you know, it is what it is. I like it. It looks pretty good, and it's a mild tweak. It's going to set my car apart a little bit from everybody else's. So if you like what you heard, you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on the button, and we'll see you next time.